guilt tripping, gaslighting to try to manipulatively change your...
Bayside Tigers. Okay, so what he was saying, he was talking about boundaries and setting your boundaries. And he was talking about how there are two different types of people you deal with when you're setting boundaries. One is the controller and one is the manipulator. And that's somebody who tries to control you by being manipulative and gaslighting you. And I want to keep this in mind. My previous post I talked about briefly just talked about what boundaries aren't. And I feel like there's a lot of conflation about what boundaries are and what they aren't. So I just want to make it very, very clear. I've seen a lot of people recently talk about how I'm setting my boundaries while they're trying to control other people, while they're trying to control their partners, while they're trying to control their friends. And I want to let you know that just because you call it a boundary doesn't mean it's a boundary. This I want to make unequivocally clear to you, okay? And if you go on any therapist site, if you look at any therapist from around here, and any therapist on TikTok, any counselors, they will tell you the exact same thing. A boundary has nothing to do with controlling other people. It has nothing to do with controlling other people. Setting your boundaries has to do with what you will accept, not what you're making other people do. You cannot change a person. You cannot, one more time, you cannot change a person. You can't change people. If you think about how hard it is to change yourself, even when you want to, how hard it is to break a habit, how hard it is to break an addiction, then you would get a sense of how difficult it is to change other people. Okay? If you can't even change yourself, how hard do you think it would be to change other people? And furthermore, when you're in a relationship with someone, you should not want to change them. Either that is you're accepting them for who they are, or you're moving on. If you setting your boundaries results in you giving ultimatums repeatedly, those are not boundaries, those are ultimatums, and those are systems of control. If you're at a point in your relationship where you're constantly setting ultimatums, then you're in a relationship with someone you are not compatible with. It is not compatible to be with somebody who you are constantly you're constantly setting ultimatums for, where you're saying, if you don't do this, I'll leave. If you keep doing this, I'll leave. If you don't listen to me about this, I'll leave. That is a compatibility issue. That has nothing to do with boundaries. Boundaries have to do with saying, this is what I'm willing to accept and this is what I'm not willing to accept. This is what I like and this is what I don't like. And when you're setting them, it has to do with what you are willing to do in that situation. It's not you do this now or this is over. It's I'm going to do this. This is how I am reacting. It's about controlling you, not them.